Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Bio. There he is. I was wondering where he was. Hey, we should have started 50 seconds ago, and Rick wasn't here. All right, let's get going.
Ready?
I'm ready. When my avatar starts moving. Sure. Fat max workout today. Yay.
Gotta wake those legs up.
Absolutely.
You mind stopping for just a second? I got to make a quick fan adjustment. All I can hear is wind.
All right, off you go.
There we go. Whew, man. Crazy morning.
Hey, Kev. Good morning. How was your walk yesterday? It says, go on, leave, Craig.
I don't know my way around though. I get lost. Whew. There we go. They're waking up a little more now.
Yeah, it's going to be a mild week here as well. Probably the town before the storm for us.
We've been experiencing the same thing here. Last night, the wife and I took a walk around, did like 3.5 mile walk while all the kids were trick-or-treating, and I was out in a sweatshirt. It really got hot. Ended up having to take it off. What the heck? I went and changed this this workout to be a little longer, and for some reason it didn't save it. I need to just create a new one, I guess. But didn't save it. So now I'm going to end up having to do 20 minutes going most likely uphill or
Leg
downhill.
snapper.
That's even bad too. Oh, we aren't doing we're not doing the uphill, are we? Leg snapper's the most, isn't it?
So, inquiring minds want to know how much candy you got on your 3-mile walk, Rick.
I tried to collect some tacks from Grace, but it didn't work out. All I got was a mini Milky Way.
Which in the UK is a Mars bar. Well, you could come around here, Rick. I've got plenty. So,
Yeah.
Sunday, Yolanda says, well, let's go out on Halloween. No, we're not at home. Okay. So we didn't get candy. And yesterday afternoon, Yolanda says, are you coming home yet? Not quite. A couple of other things to do. You know, trick or treating starts in a quarter of an hour. He said, I know. Where are we going? He said, well, I'm out shopping. Hope's home on her own. Told her not to answer the door. Okay. So can you get some candy? So I go to Walmart, and of course all the good stuff's gone.
Oh, yes.
So I can't help but wonder if nerds keep for a year.
You're gonna find out.
And I think word must have got out that I just had rubbish stuff.
Yeah, we have a few hot spots around here, and that's about where everybody goes. And we are not one of them, but yesterday I didn't think that we would even have to shut off the light. But I was wrong with that. When we were getting ready to head out for our walk, there was a pretty good amount of kids. I was like, oh, okay, never mind. Let's go shut off the light.
Well, we had one bunch of kids that came round after 7 o'clock, which is when it's supposed to end. That was it, really.
Yeah.
Hey, Raymond, thank you for liking the stream.
Oh, yeah. Things are always bigger in the US. And then they're bigger in Texas, too.
So how's the new PM doing, Kev? I think you'll have him for more than a month and a half. Oh, I like that one, Kev. Yeah. How's the chest doing now, Kev? Guessing are you done with steroids? Still on them? Still improving slowly. Had my best race on the 2TT this year. It's Thursday.
Where's that one this week?
Yes. Can't remember.
Yes, the people are definitely larger in the US, from what I've seen. Oh, you say that the UK isn't far behind on that one, but I don't know. I guess I haven't done much walking around the UK, but people are pretty large here in the US.
Good Lord.
Good though, because I have an advantage being 6 feet and 160 pounds. So I can sneak my way through a crowd like nothing.
Do you know what goes on, Kev? My mum's been on 2 courses of antibiotics and a course of steroids so far. Just had a chest x-ray. Bloods. And waiting on an ECG. The WTRL page is floating, so I can't tell you where it is, sorry. That's all right, I could in my events, couldn't I? Let's do that.
It's kind of fun how that goes, like thinking about it now, like as if I were to be racing on Thursday. Like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'm like, wow, that was awesome.
Autopia's
I
waistband.
would love. Oh, nice. I would love to do that again, I think. And then once the week starts kicking in, all of a sudden it's like, oh, wow. I'm happy I'm not doing that this week. Do the nerves ever go away when you do that every week?
No. Not for me, anyway. Alright, 2:45, 3 minutes.
Already? Oh, yeah.
This is just a warm up.
Warm up, yeah.
Yeah, Kev.
Yeah, be no problem. I'll be able to.
I had the cat scan on my chest as well.
Man.
Some people think I'm crazy, still walking around with a mask on my face. I want to go through this again.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I only had what, like 3 weeks of life disruption. I didn't even go and have big problems.
Right on the hills.
And I don't want to get it again. Last week when I thought maybe I might be coming down with it, I was like, oh no, I don't want to do that again. Yeah, so last night after we found out that Heidi's car, or she had left her phone on Kimberly, my stepdaughter's car, and we found it in the middle of the road, smashed. Then I realized, okay, it's like almost 11 o'clock now. So this morning at 4:30, I saw that I had less than 6 hours of sleep, so I slept in a little bit. And one thing I didn't realize was that when I woke up, I meant to set my alarm for 5. I set it for 5:30. And yeah, I woke up before that went off, but I woke up and I was like, oh no, I only have like 20 minutes to get ready. Unfortunately, we did not get the insurance on the phone.
You were thinking about getting new ones anyway, weren't you?
What's that?
Were you thinking about getting the new phone? Or is that someone else?
No. No, this one's only, man, like maybe 2 months old. Yeah, I was like, oh man. So she went on to try to see if she could get insurance at the last minute. Like, well, I technically don't have the phone in my possession, so I don't know what condition it's in, right? But yeah, it was past 30 days, so that's a no-go.
Yeah, I've got insurance on Faith's and Yolanda's. Or is it just Yolanda's? Can't remember.
Yeah, so now she's gonna have to downgrade, I'm guessing. Because what did I do with the span of 15 minutes? It's actually amazing what I can accomplish in that much time. Since I didn't have, usually I'll have a bowl of oatmeal, which takes a little bit of time to get ready. So I skipped that, had a bowl of Captain Crunch. We'll see how that feels me. And then I cleaned the litter box, and I let the dog out, and then I fed the cat and the dog, gave them treats, set up everything, made my water bottles, and then fixed my workout, and then made it just a little bit late. Which I fixed my workout for nothing, because for some reason it's not fixed. This is the second time I've done it. I don't know what I'm doing wrong.
Damn, it's not a bit closer to Thanksgiving. I would have a spare phone. But that's going to happen until Faith gets here.
We should do this for the next half an hour. What do you say?
Got a Nokia 3310.
She does like to play her games on her phone, so
Snake?
nothing better than Snake. Yeah.
Yeah. Got Sony somewhere as well. That's got golf on it as well. Mini golf.
Yeah, those were the days when it seemed like when there was a new phone that came out, it was a major upgrade to the last one. Now it seems like, I guess all the upgrades now are pretty major, but they all also seem the same. Enjoy your walk, Kev.
All right, Kev. I'm sure we'll still be here when you get back.
Don't slip on any candy wrappers. or smashed pumpkins. Yeah, yesterday when Heidi and I were on our walk, one of the girls that Grace was with, they had a good group of them, like five of them, but
Yeah.
they ended up coming across a group of kids that I guess she knew one of them, and he ended up coming up and asked for her to see her candy bag real quick, and then just walked off with it. And I was like, what, they still do that? And I was like, that's the thing I used to watch on like kids sitcoms and stuff on Nickelodeon. They actually make those people in real life, the older kids that are way too old for trick-or-treating and go around and steal candy.
Yeah, and you still make the younger kids that are dumb enough to fall for that.
All I could imagine after that, though, she gave a description of him. I was like, well, if I see him anywhere, then we'll take care of it, but see if we can't get the candy back. She was like, oh, no, it's fine. I didn't want candy anyway. Like, okay. But then I was just imagining in my head the way those shows would always go, where once we left them on their own again, they would devise a plan to get the guy back.
Speaking of candy, I don't know how I'm trying to do this segue, but the TeamODZ hit order is open.
Ooh.
You want an in real life TeamODZ jersey? Go to the TeamODZ website. It's front and center, hit order. It's only open for a week. Posted on the 7th of November. To get your orders in.
Order a kit, because it's not good to ride your bike naked.
There you go. There's our sales tagline. Order a kit because it's not good to ride naked. Oh, viewers just went down by 2. It's your fault.
And everybody already knows that the ODZ kit is faster.
The thing is, 2 of those viewers, so we went down from 5 to 3, and 2 of those viewers are you and me.
I think the other ones left to go tell their friends.
We'll go with that.
Well, see, this isn't too bad.
Well, I'm right at the bottom edge.
Yesterday, when I asked you about what this was going to be, I could have sworn you said 245. So I had myself all psyched up for a 245 ride for a half an hour twice. So now I feel like I'm barely pedaling, which is good. Although I guess I do feel like I'm pedaling, but so. Holy, is your heart rate at 140?
Yeah.
Wow. I'm at 160 for whatever reason.
How many cups of coffee have you had?
Oh, none. That's the thing. The only thing I can imagine is it's the chaos of the morning and the lack of sleep. Or I need to slow down my cadence.
Let's see how I slept last night.
There we go. Owen's here. Now my heart rate will calm down. Yeah, so day, what was it yesterday? Day 4 of alcohol. No alcohol. I'm going for 30 days right now. That's my goal. But, yeah, toughest day of all. because, because I work at a brewery. And then, of course, it was Halloween. But I made it. It was good. Almost thought, what will one little beer hurt? And then I was like, wait, that'll hurt my entire goal. But instead I hydrated really well. So I just sat there and drank water instead. I did pick up some of that hop water, the hop from Lagunitas.
Yeah. What do you think?
It's okay.
Yeah,
It's all right.
You can't call it a beer. They call it a refresher. And I really like it. Very citrusy.
Yeah, it is good. It's lacking the body, which I made up for by eating Kit Kat bars.
Well, it's 0 calories. There's nothing in it.
Well, Kit Kat bars had calories, that's for sure. Yeah, essentially, it's just like water. They carbonate, add hops too.
Yeah.
That's what makes it so cheap, but it's also, I mean, hops are expensive, obviously. But yeah, you could pump out a batch of that in like a weekend, depending on how long their hop schedule is.
Get on it then. I want a Rick's Brewery refresher.
I could make a homebrew batch of that pretty easily, I bet. Well, somewhat. It would take longer with a homebrew setup, but just because of the carbonation part. Nice at a brewery to be able to carbonate a beer.
In a soda stream.
Yes, there we go. Yeah, really all you'd have to do is like pop some hops in some water, let it soak. You know, get the right combination so that it tastes good.
Would you boil it?
Oh yeah. For me, yeah. But yeah, I think my hop combination would probably be a little different than Lagunitas. They like to use a lot of those West Coast hops. I would use things a little more fruity, and then something else to add a little more depth to it, something West Coasty.
So, Owen, have you ordered your kit yet? Kit order's open.
Yes, because you can't ride naked. Andy says that he doesn't like my tagline. Order the ODZ kit today, because you can't ride your bike naked.
It's open until the 7th, Owen. I've been instructed to plug it on the stream, so here we go, plugging.
Is this gonna lead to a new instruction of don't let Rick plug it on the stream?
It's definitely open.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. I guess you could ride your bike naked if you really want to.
Yeah, I don't think we'd have too many viewers if I did it right now.
No.
And don't you go getting any ideas, Rick. Can't turn your video off.
I've always thought of a good surprise episode, you know, where I've always had ideas of, you know, turning on my camera at some point, and I have my helmet and my glasses on.
Yeah,
ready
Halloween.
For an outdoor ride inside.
Halloween was yesterday.
Never thought of the completely naked thing.
Yeah, Halloween was so yesterday.
I was hoping to get a banana suit. I had a good line on a nice banana suit, but I couldn't get the guy to bring it up. That would have been great.
Dinosaur suits. That's where it's at.
would have been unfortunate when he got it back after I did a bike ride in a banana suit, but I don't
Got
know
one
if
of
it's
them as
machine
well, Owen.
washable or not.
Everything's machine washable.
I can't on this saddle, that's for sure. On the TeamODZ saddle, I've got the nice channel there. I've actually been pricing those out lately for this bike. Now that I'm in that time of year where I'm going to have the potential of spending 14 to 16 hours on this thing.
And now you're getting to that age when you need it. Oh, me prostate.
I feel like no matter what age you are, you need it, whether or not you realize it or not.
Wesley, thanks for liking the stream. Good morning. So, Owen, did you listen to Scott Mills' first show on Radio 2 yesterday?
I like that. We still got the mildly disturbing video of Eric showing us the different options.
I'll see if I can hunt that one out tomorrow. Right, we're not even halfway yet.
Ah, perfect. I was just thinking, like, man, I hope we're not more than halfway. Worked out well. Yeah, I'm really not going to like this once my workout ends.
Well, so what do we think of the new PM, Owen? I think it's going to last more than a month and a half. Think he'll make it to Christmas? I'm missing the reference to Cruella, I think. Well, I think if he takes the last budget advice and just does the diametric opposite. But if I keep trying stuff and circling PMs out, eventually we'll get it right. Oh, okay.
See, now is this a problem with the US government where whenever we don't like a budget, the people deal with it instead of creating so much pressure that it forces out a president of the Senate or of the House, a Speaker of the House.
You send someone round to their house with a hammer, don't you? That was horrible.
Yeah.
Gone very, very bad.
Yeah, because when you think about it, like the only time that a president's ever been. Obviously, when they get impeached, but I mean, that's for breaking the law, and then that's done by the government itself. But like, when was the last time there was a resignation in the U.S. for a high position? I don't even know. I don't think that's on the citizenship test either, so I guess we don't really have to know.
Yeah, I guess I'll find out next year. I'm going to have to sort my citizenship out. Either that or I'll have to extend my green cards.
Yeah. Which one would you rather do?
Yeah, Wesley, drop in the chat. Which would I rather do? Sort the citizenship out and then that's forever. Don't have to renew. Can't be deported.
Yeah. It is an amazing thing, though. In order to become a U.S. citizen, you have to know more than the average U.S. citizen about the U.S. government and its history.
Now I wish the top here is the end of this interval.
Oh, man. Worst part about hitting the top of this mountain is that it's not over yet. There is no relief. We gotta keep pedaling downhill.
Should have bought pounds.
Oh, wow.
And they were 1 for 1 with the dollar.
All right, yeah, I should be reading.
We came over here. Pounds was the strongest it's been against the dollar. It literally was 2 for 1.
Yeah. What year was that?
2007.
Yeah. Yeah, that was when the U.S. dollar was, I think even, well, yeah, the Canadian dollar and the U.S. dollar were at least at par, if not the Canadian dollar worth a little more at that time.
Well, I guess so, and that depends how much they'll charge you for changing it to pounds. What's the commission?
That got tough around here.
I'd like to exchange this €5 note for pounds, please. Oh, certainly, sir. This is the exchange rate, and by the way, the commission is €5. You get nothing.
Around here, it was it got a little confusing because at that time we would get a lot of Canadian shoppers coming. Because I guess we have things that they don't have in New Brunswick, and then also, you know, the exchange rate was good for them. But then they would come here, and then most stores wouldn't even recognize the exchange rate. So then there was a conundrum with all of that.
Last time I went to the UK, that was the first few days I was staying with my sister. So I still have my TomTom that has a UK maps on it. So I come out of the airport, get my rental car, switch the maps on my TomTom, put in her address, doesn't know it. Great. So yeah, she lives on a housing estate that had been built since my TomTom maps were released. So I get to the general area and I'm thinking, well, all I need to do is find a Tesco and I can get a SIM for my phone and change some dollars for pounds. So driving around trying to find Tesco, stop a couple of times and ask, and eventually get to Tesco. Yeah, the same. While I'm in Tesco, there's a free Wi-Fi. I use that to call my sister and let her know what's going on. And then I find it, get to her house. So that all took like a couple of hours longer than I'd anticipated. But yeah, that's around the time one. It was a really good time for me to come over here. I sold my 120-year-old 2-bedroom terraced house in the UK, and with the money from that, here I bought a detached 4-bedroom house.
That's nice.
With 3/4 of an acre of land.
Right near a park too, right?
Yeah. Wow, which country's that?
We don't get to complain.
Hungry, okay.
There must eventually, if the currency is about to collapse so much, there must eventually just be like a whatever kind of attitude towards it. And a lot of alternative methods of currency.
Bet these are going to be the longest 5 minutes of our lives, Rick. The last 10 minutes went fairly quickly.
Yeah. That last 5 minutes, ever since you said not quite halfway.
That would be
seemed
10
pretty
minutes.
fast. Whatever. Actually, yeah, that would be, wouldn't it? Yeah, this is a 30-minute ride. Wow. Holy.
30-minute block, yeah.
Yeah. That went very well. I kind of feel like I need to adjust my bike, like it's leaning too far one way. It's making me slide off my saddle a little too much on one side and making my hip hurt.
Rollers. You need rollers.
Yeah. Yeah, it
That'll
is kind
fix
of
it.
a pain with this. Like I always feel like I've adjusted it straight and then somehow it changes on me. I feel like someone comes in here. I think the cat and the dog work together when I'm gone and they move all my stuff around.
It's Heidi because you won't buy her a new phone.
Actually, she was up last night when I finally fell asleep. She had the light on and she was complaining about something to do with her cart.
Tell her that you found new displays for $40 and you ordered one.
Well, that's the thing I'm wondering. Whether or not if it's display, if it's just the display got smashed or if the entire phone is smashed. It was in the road for a while. I'm guessing probably about 2 hours. But I still haven't seen it yet. Yes, I keep my money in SRAM gears too. I know if everything tumbles down around me, hopefully I can still sell that for a good chunk of money. Probably
right
not,
on,
though.
Missy.
I don't know if there'll be a market for SRAM gears anymore, though, if that were to happen. But I still keep my money in them.
You walk into Walmart with an 11-speed sprocket. This should cover my groceries today.
All that I know is if everything were to collapse around me, I would still have one of the faster bikes in my area. So that's good.
So I've got a story about that. So one night I turn up to the shop group ride on my old steel frame, and I get a few disapproving looks, but there's one section on the group ride where we race up an overpass, and I was still the first up at the top. As we were coming down the other side, a guy comes up to alongside me. He said, "So it's not the bike then?" And I just patted the muscles and said, "No, it's the engine."
Yeah, the bike makes a difference, but helps you out, I guess. But yeah, it's all about the engine. I'm definitely faster on this bike than I've been on any of my other bikes. That's for sure. By a lot. I would say typically, usually I gain like 2 miles per hour average over the bike that I'm on this bike. Of course, this bike is a gravel bike with 32 with 32s, and they're like smooth, but with this one I used to average on my way to work pushing hard, I would average about usually like 19 miles per hour. And on that bike, I'm usually right around 21 to 22, 20 to 22 usually, depending on how it's going.
Hey, yay! We get to do 80 watts of the leg snapper.
Most likely we'll end up restarting our workout before we get to the top.
80 watts will go backwards on leg snapper. There's the arch, right on the bridge.
Yeah, that wasn't so bad, that 30 minutes.
Gone and said it now. The next one's going to be hold of it.
Yeah, I think the other faster bikes in this area, I like to say, are like, there's a couple Madone Project ones that are, I think they got them last year. Those ones look pretty fast. And one of them has a really fast engine too. The other one has a good sprinting engine. And then there's one other Amando around the area that's the exact same as mine, just a different color. And I think that one is the fastest engine in the area. That's the guy that holds all of the KOMs. According to all the Strava segments, I'm about the 10th fastest engine in the area. Womp, womp, womp.
I had one segment taken off me a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, I commented on the guy's ride. Nice work. That one has stood for quite a while.
Do you mind pausing for 2 seconds?
Now what?
I think if I give this thing a couple spins on one side, should be good.
What thing?
Gotta level it out a little bit. I think that's good.
We don't want you
I don't
getting
know how that
seasick.
There we go. All right, I'm all set. Hopefully that'll help out. Either that or I was supposed to go the other way, but I guess I'll find out. Yeah, this has the Axis rock on it, but I still don't feel like it helps keep me straight.
Love to see you move around like this.
If I do that, then I'll be pulling myself across the living room.
Being a heap on the floor.
Usually, whenever I get a good sprint on the ebb going, then the sides are lifting right off the ground and stuff. And I can feel the whole thing sliding forward.
I want to know why there's a bike upside down on that side.
Huh.
Maybe it means no fixing of flats here. I don't know.
You gotta walk your bike up there. Walk your bike anywhere, but no fixing flats here.
Well, either that or it's homage to the Velominati. Well, keep the bike rubber side down.
Yeah, that's probably what it is. Ooh, forgot I have these treats. I went to the shop yesterday.
Tell you some
Finally got
nerds.
all of Figured since all I ate this morning was a bowl of Cap'n Crunch, that I should probably bring some Scratch energy chews with me.
Well, I've had a banana.
I was gonna eat a banana. Then I saw those. They're like the chocolate caramel Cap'n Crunch.
So did you have to?
Nobody likes.
Did you have to repair any of those bananas that you sent me a picture of the other day?
Yeah, they kicked me out. I tried. Do you have to heat them first, or is it?
I don't know.
Kept snapping on me.
I guess it depends how brown they are.
Yeah. After all the days that we had ridden, and I'd been like, "Oh, I forgot to get bananas again." I figured it would be a fitting picture to send a picture of the bananas at the grocery store and how I was actually going to pick up some. Ooh, the other thing I didn't do this morning because of my rush was I did not go into my office. It's all right though. Should be a good office session after this.
So one morning, go for a ride, quick trip, gas station, pick up some bananas. Get there, I walk in with my bike helmet on, glasses. There, take the bananas to the counter, and the guy behind the checkout, he says, "Any gas with that?" I just looked at him.
I hope not. Why? Do you know something I don't know?
I did feel like saying, "Yeah, bananas with a terrible cast."
Depends on how many you eat. Really. I told you about that wagon one time that I did. I had just recently found bananas as a good riding snack when you're indoor riding, not outdoor. Then they get all mushy. But so I was doing the wagon. I was going to do the whole 3 hours when it was on Zwift, and pretty much just brought all the bananas over with me. And I started eating them. I ate one at 45 minutes. Then pretty much had one every half an hour after that. And then had one in my shake right afterwards. Whew. Yeah, that was a bad day. I ended up went to work and I didn't feel right. Like on my way to work, I was like, ooh, what's going on here? And then I looked it up, found out that there is such thing as eating too many bananas.
Really?
And oh yeah. And I mean, for the most part, you get gastrointestinal issues for the day. Just don't feel right. But I guess they can also affect your heart with too much potassium. And which I felt weird all day. I definitely did. And then I
Like
got
the other
home,
day, you just look weird.
and then I get home and I mentioned it to Heidi and Grace was like, well, yeah, you're not able to eat that many bananas, too much potassium. And I'm like, what? How do you know this?
Schooled by your daughter.
I've gone 38 years and I have not learned this. Somehow you know this at the age of 12. What is going on? But now in my 39th year, I'm a much wiser man.
So, I've got to ask, when you have a bath, which end do you sit with your head at?
What's that?
When you have a bath, do you sit with your head at the tap end or at the slopey end?
The top end or the sloppy end?
The slopey end.
At the top end.
Okay. There you go.
Or well, yeah,
So-
I would keep my feet down where the faucet is.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So you have your head at the slopey end.
Okay, that's the slopey end. Yeah. I thought the slopey end would be at the bottom of the slope
So
where all the
There
water
was-
runs down to.
there was a section on the in Scott Mills where Chris learned at the age of 24 that he'd been sitting in the bath the wrong way around. He'd had his head at the tap end. So they called it 24 years at the tap end.
Nice.
Hey, how have you got a jersey and not me?
That was faster. That's my excuse every time. Ooh, this time I got the orange one. I may not have won the sprint jersey, but I got the overall. Oh yeah. Owen brings up a good point. Slopey end, who on earth? Owen asked. Or have I missed something while on the phone? And then he says, unless if you're having a romantic bath with the wife. At which point chivalry dictates you're the one getting stabbed in the back by the nozzle, I would imagine.
Who on earth?
I would hope.
Krista.
I would hope romantic baths don't actually lead to stabbings in the back.
But then, hey, good morning, Mark. Welcome to Facebook.
Hey, Mark.
But then Chris Stark has been known to run around shouting, I'm an adult baby.
See, that's the thing I'm wondering. How high is his faucet? You know? Because
Standard British
Dude.
bath height.
you would imagine that just the it would just be natural to not want to sit on that side. I mean, I guess unless if you have a thing with resting your head against it or something. I would like to get a bath though that has the faucet in the middle. I mean, that's the best invention. Then usually those ones are big enough where you and the wife could potentially sit side by side.
So,
Maybe.
Rick, what do you call the thing that the water comes out of?
Faucet.
Okay. And what do you call the specific kind of water that comes out of the faucet?
Well, yeah.
You call
I
it
guess you'd
faucet
call it
water?
tap water.
There you go. I've never figured that out here. No, that's why I call them taps. And what comes out of it, tap water.
My answer the other day when we were talking, when you asked that question, was city water. Because that's what I would call it. Because here, we used to get Poland Springs all the time. Do you get Poland Springs in Wisconsin?
Do we get what?
Poland Springs water? I don't think you do.
No.
Yeah, I think that stops in Ohio. Well, it's water fresh from a spring in Poland, Maine, and bottled and shipped out all over the eastern United States. Beautiful water. But
I guess so, and that all depends whether you've got a posh bath with a mix of tap or whether you've just still got the old hot and cold separate taps. If you do it right, you can get your head right between the hot and cold taps.
Yeah. Yeah, I would imagine right in between the shoulder blades would be the worst. Either that or you scooch down so far.
Well, then you've got the overflow as well, haven't you?
But yeah, so anyway, Poland Springs. We used to get Poland Springs. Now I fill it with brewery water, which is just as good. But so we have our Poland Springs, and then we have our city water. Those are the two options here.
But then once English, Owen.
Once you go out into the country and
I guess
someone
it's
has
King's English now.
That changes.
Sorry, Eric.
So yeah, I don't call it tap water. I distinguish by what kind. But that's just me. Everybody else calls it tap water.
Got a question for you, Rick.
Yeah.
You reading Owen's question?
Hold on, I'm working on it. My eyes are sweating. All right, here we go.
That way it's gone for a Burton.
No. What is Burtonizing? That's yes, I've heard of this before.
It's gone for a Burton. I haven't used that term in a while. Gone for a Burton. I'm going to be using that all day now.
But yeah, we run our water through a...
My network's not working. What happened? It's gone for a Burton.
We do a... we have a massive filter that is filled with activated carbon and then sand at the bottom. And so
you have gritty
the water just runs through that. And then it even has a back flush that kicks on usually twice a week at night so that it rinses out everything so that it lasts longer. The water that comes out of it, because the water district, Orono, and what is it, the Orono VG water district, where the brewery is absolutely horrible. I don't know who they hired to come up with their formulations, but they put way too much chlorine in it. Ah, okay. Yep. Yeah, I believe that's what Dogfish Head did with one of their beers, at least. I don't know I can't remember what exactly their what they did with that style, but yeah, we do go and add. What we'll do is essentially we strip all of the chemicals out of the water because the water district is so heavy on chemicals with the filter. And then as we are mashing in, then we add, then we will balance our water out to whatever style we're going for. Like if we're doing a Pilsner, we will essentially build our water to be like Pilsen Germany. And so we have like we worked it out a while ago to be able to do it. But then whenever we do our New England IPAs, the hazy, fruity hop bombs, those are like, that's just not even water. I mean, it's water, but you end up softening the water so much that it's just nothing you would find naturally.
It's been hot fun. It'll be cool.
But yeah, we found that the water that we have in Orono, once it's all stripped down with all the chemicals, it's actually a really good base water. It fits like right in the perfect spot where we don't have to do much adjusting to match most beer styles.
Hydrogen oxide. Got that conversation, didn't I? I guess.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the name of the chemicals that we use.
Trying to have
Remember what it is? Yeah.
trying to have a chemistry related conversation with Owen on the channel. Probably a bad idea for me, really, isn't it?
But yeah, so essentially instead of actually having our water one specific way, yeah, we'd make adjustments in the mash tun.
Nice work, Owen.
Probably what? Probably didn't, probably the same thing that everybody does in the UK too. They probably adjust their mash. Maybe. Unless if they adjust their water ahead of time.
Hydrogen monoxide. Monoxide.
What is that?
What is it? Well, dihydrogen,
What is
H2. Monoxide, O. H2O.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right.
I'm
Nice.
in awe that I had to explain that one.
Yeah, for being in the brewing industry, chemistry
Yes.
kind of flies over my head a lot of the time. I can never even remember the chemicals we're using. I just remember them by their brand names. I feel like I'm at the point where I've done it so much that I know, okay, I need to put that one in at this amount, generally. And then I know how to adjust for readings and do all that stuff, but I can never remember the name of the chemicals. That's amazing. 2 hydrogens in 1 water is 95% of all the poison. Isn't that just the case stuff?
Liquid form can do that as well, Owen. It's my mum and dad. I went down to make a cup of coffee for them one morning, and I managed to pour boiling water all over my vest that I was wearing at the time. Okay. Touched my skin in one place, so then I clasped my hand on it because I burnt myself. Left a nice handprint on my side. and
Oh, wow.
lost a layer of skin or two.
Ooh. That's a tough one to recover from. Ah, man, my workout's over. Now I have to go up the hill, for real.
Mine's not. Oh, I wish it was.
Yeah,
though.
I went and added the new blocks and everything, and I pushed save, but for some reason it doesn't save it.
Yeah, swap you. You can have this workout, I'll have yours.
There we go. I can still. Luckily, it is easier uphill though to keep it up.
You're a bit closer to your keyboard, you could press E and start it again.
Oh yeah, there. Ah, I can't quite reach. Yeah, I've been thinking about buying a.
One of these.
Well, yeah, that, and I've also been thinking about getting a stand. I think we're gonna get rid of that chair because pretty much all I use it for is to lean my bike up against. And
Gonna lean your bike against if you get rid of it.
I might find somewhere else. I don't know. We'll see. And then get like a I don't know. Thinking about getting like a smaller TV, getting a stand for it. But then I'm afraid the cat will come along and knock it over while I'm riding. And I don't need any more things to make mine and the cat's relationship more tumultuous.
That's a big word for this time of day.
And then I want to get like one of those desks for, workout desk things. So then I can put my laptop right up close so I can actually mess with it instead of leaning way over. And I might be more in the picture.
Yeah, and I've got a salty solution of dihydrogen monoxide leaking out of my pores at the moment. What can I do about that?
You're leaking saline?
I'm leaking salty dihydrogen monoxide.
I like that. Dihydrogen monoxide.
You'll have to use that
That
today
sounds like-
at the brewery, Rick.
Sounds like my resume. It's just filled with all kinds of really important names.
Hey, get over here with that dihydrogen monoxide hose.
Whoa, watch out! There's dihydrogen monoxide all over the floor. Oh, I'm doing that today. I'm going to totally get someone.
Hey, good morning, John.
What are you
Stream,
doing,
my
without your
friend?
boots on?
I'm at the end of the workout now, thankfully. This has been a long one. Only sped along by our love of dihydrogen monoxide.
Been long but short at the same time.
Performance enhancing solution used by athletes. Here we go. My turn. Under 9 minutes ago. The next time I look at my clock, I want to see it at 5 minutes at least.
Oh, yeah. Now all I can think about is why is nobody talking about dihydrogen monoxide?
Yes, you need to get an entry for it in the OSHA manual at the brewery. I go and did.
DHMO. Yes. I can see the nightly news now.
Well, I looked at my clock. I'm sorry. 8 minutes now. Ooh. Well, for lunch yesterday, Owen had corned beef and cheese butties. And I'll have the same again today. I'm going to put Branston pickle on them today, though. But yeah, the last time I was in the store that imports UK stuff.
I have some chicken enchiladas to take to work today.
We have some candy to take to work. Yes, there'll be quite a bit of candy in the office today. My team leader, he lets the kids go out trick or treating, and when they get back, she takes all the candy off them. Oh, we've got 6.5 minutes.
This is a lot easier when I don't have to constantly adjust for elevation.
Come on.
These fat maxes, though, they always end up easier in the end than I thought they would be.
Ah,
My heart rate's high for some reason again now. It's all right, though. Although I am averaging, well, yeah, keep looking up and I'm in the 240s. So that might be why.
Five minutes to go now. The end of bottle one. Yep, it's dead.
It's the final countdown.
Yeah, we'll get a fan on YouTube. To see a 3 in front of the core one. 3 minutes to go, 3.5.
Fire socks, here I come.
Where are you, level-wise?
Well, I'm past the point and partially into the last number before the miles. So I'm about 2 letters and 3/4 of a number behind you. Well, or maybe 1 letter.
See where you are. We're a third of the way. You're at level 49.
Or you could say that.
Looking on. You are just a little ahead of Rick right now on. Just a tiny little
Ooh,
bit.
nice. This is getting exciting.
Need to get your finger out on.
There was a moment there where I was wondering if I was ever going to catch up. But I think that ride on Sunday helped a lot. Where I didn't necessarily plan to, but ended up doing 80 miles. Well, for some reason, Siri thought I was talking to her, and I was not. Yeah, I think it was about 2,000 XP.
Come on.
Wow.
Need you on the CPT. There you go, that'll get you some XP.
Hey, Grace is awake.
Hey, good morning, Grace.
Hi. And he says, good morning. Grace returns.
The
Good
return
morning.
of Grace. We need to get our kids together at some point, then we'll have faith, hope, and grace.
Yeah, all in the same room. It'll be a great place. Yeah. No, that's mine.
And then if they all go out, we'll all be faithless, hopeless, and graceless.
Yeah, one day we'll have to deal with that. Well, they'll still be around, just away at college. Although Grace says she's going to stay here and go to school at the University of Maine. Ah, never mind. Now she's changed her mind. She said she never said that. Maybe, okay. I think she should go somewhere else. Although it is a lot of traveling. That's your chance to get out of Maine. This is a great place to live, but not always the best place to start out your career.
Unless you want a job in a brewery.
Yeah, exactly. And there's also a lot of restaurant jobs. Yeah, there's there's a few groups of people that hold all the money, and then that's about it.
Well, I didn't think I was going to get to the end of that one. Thank you for the chit chat on. Really get my mind off it.
That was awesome. That went very quickly for what it was. I can't believe it's already over.
It's one of the things I like about live streaming. You don't know what you're going to be talking about. You know what turn the conversation's going to take.
Now we had Kev helping us out in the beginning. That was cool.
Yep. I wonder if he's back from his walk yet.
I don't know. He usually does like good 3 milers, doesn't he?
You don't know.
Those take a little bit of time. I found out last night. I thought, hey, a nice walk around the block. Well, I mean, it was more than the block, but nice walk around the neighborhood. Shouldn't take too long, but it did. We went by Stephen King's house. That was pretty cool. That whole street is pretty cool for Halloween. The only problem is they keep his house completely dark at night. It used to be, when he used to live there, that it was all lit up and
Wait, so he doesn't live there anymore?
no.
So it's not his house anymore?
His house. Well, it's his house. He owns it. He owns it, but he's only there. He's there rarely. I think he mainly stays in Florida now, from what I've heard.
So his house in Maine isn't his main house?
No. Used to be, though. There used to be, back in the day, back even like what? Man, when Grace was little, I remember there was a couple times that we went out for walks and bike rides and he'd go by and wave to her. And of course, around here, he's not really like I don't know what he would be these days, but because there's always a lot of people out in front of his house now. But I know previously it was just always, he'd just be around, and he always said he liked Maine, liked Bangor because he could go there and not be a celebrity. And which, I mean, either way, when you see Stephen King, it's like, oh, hey, that's Stephen King. But, you know, for the most part, I don't think people around here get too excited about celebrity. Yeah, he was definitely, he's a good part. He's always, like, he donated his entire backyard, and now it's a huge park that has an indoor ice skating rink and a baseball stadium and a pool with slides.
That's the right on there, Kev.
All kinds of stuff like that.
Right. 940 calories.
Yeah, that felt like a 940 calorie ride.
Yes, it did. And meetup's about. Oh no, the meetup won't finish quite yet because we didn't start on time, did we?
Hey, let's not point fingers here.
Did I point fingers? If you'd like to know who wasn't ready on time, just go back to the start of the stream. I don't need to point fingers, we've got evidence.
Can we get an instant replay? Yeah, I can't believe I got ready in the amount of time I did, really. That was, that's probably why my heart rate was a little higher. This morning was, I went to bed stressed because I was like trying to fall asleep with the light on, and then I knew Heidi's phone was broken, and I'm like, oh, but I'm gonna deal with it in the morning, whatever. And then I woke up shocked because it was almost 5:30. Then running around, getting ready in time.
Comes the end of the meetup. Seconds.
But that workout went amazing for that. For that
There
much
it is.
craziness.
Come all the way up here. We've got to go down now.
Oh yeah. We've made it this far. Well, I didn't finish my chews in time, but I guess I'll have them now.
go upstairs and eat a box of nerds.
Yeah, nerds are definitely a candy. I've never really been able to totally get on board with.
Sure there is.
They've always been one that I, when I used to trick or treat, that I would eat them if they were around, but they were usually the last ones.
Parma violets. Yeah, there you go.
Parma violet.
Well, I found one store in a while back that had Hurly Whirlies in stock.
Now those are some great names right there.
Curly Whirlies, Parma Violet.
Oh yeah. Both. I like them.
How old are you, Owen?
Ooh, so yeah, it was Sunday. I was at the supermarket and I went, we went down the seasonal aisle. One side had Halloween stuff and the other side had Christmas. So I stopped and did a quick search to see if there would be any of those, are they still, what are they called when they're Christmas? The mini eggs?
Can't remember. So
I didn't
Owen,
see any.
you're about the age now where I started cycling again. I'm 53 now.
When did you stop cycling?
When I could ride or drive motorized vehicles.
Yeah.
I don't think Tiffany. Thank you, Tiffany.
Yeah. I had,
Where's Rick
yeah, I
going?
stopped when I could.
Ridden off into the distance here.
I'm way ahead of you. How'd that happen? I had stopped when I could drive, obviously. And then I found myself in a place where I couldn't drive. So then I started biking around a lot. And I never
Swimming.
just used it for transportation. I would also just go out on long trips by myself too. I really enjoyed that. But I never took it as seriously as I do now. Because I didn't really
That's my
think
wheel.
of it as an exercise.
Straight through you. That's it, cook. Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't help when you do it in real life. Ah.
Wow, I almost forgot to drink water today. This time they're running low on their big size bags of scratch. So I ended up buying orange. It's either orange or fruit punch. Orange is okay. It's not my favorite though. Let that be known. And this one, for some reason, doesn't have much flavor. What happened? Oh, it's all stuck.
It's that dihydrogen monoxide.
Yeah, it's when it takes Tastes like DHMO. Yeah, that's the biggest thing. I do not like the chlorinated DHMO.
Hey there, Raheem. Thanks for liking the stream. We're almost done here. Gonna get the 40 kilometers and for Rick 25 miles. It's all that good, I think. Why am I not super talking? Not on my screen. Uh-oh.
Whoa. Where'd you go?
Yeah, I didn't pedal soon enough.
Looks like you got it backwards.
Look at me.
Oh, is this going to be perfectly 25 miles?
Close. Okay to go. It's 80 kilometers an hour. We should have switched to hand bikes and see what we did down here.
Oh, yeah.
82. Let's go back up and do it again.
Yeah, let's do it. I won't be into work today. I'm working on something. It's just beer anyway. We've got plenty of it.
400 meters.
Yeah,
almost there.
it's the thing I use anytime I say that I'm not going to be in on a certain day, and everybody, and I sense any sort of displeasure, and I just say, oh, what? We're not going to be able to make some beer. I'm not going to be able to make some beer and solve world hunger. Is that what's going on here?
I'll have hit 40k.
Yeah, it's the same thing that a lot of our customers say, Owen. Just beer. I work all day just to come here.
So I had a little accident on Sunday on. I ended up getting the carpet cleaner out to get the Guinness out of the carpet. Yeah, wasted Guinness. I was sad.
Yeah, I'm now 4 days without a single sip of beer.
Oh, I'm now almost at 41k now. I'm gonna have to
Yeah.
do another
Now I'm gonna
200
have to go to
meters.
26. I am at 25.3 or 25.4 now. 3,030 feet of
There
climbing.
we go. 2 pedal strokes, and I'm at 41k. Don't you? Oh, I was just going to say, don't you dare click over to 41.1, and it did. What the heck? I can keep that on. I'm not going any further. So, we'll be back with another workout tomorrow. What workout am I doing tomorrow? Let's have a look. Should I look or not?
But yeah,
What have we got? We've got Sweet Spot tomorrow. An hour and 20.
ooh,
And,
sounds sweet. Oh, an hour 20 of that?
yeah.
So
Yeah,
that's,
so we're finished with five minutes to spare. So you cannot be late tomorrow. Yeah?
No.
You hear that?
yeah, so we're not gonna start early, we're just gonna,
No, I'll start in early. We'll just have 5 minutes gap between the workout and the Divas.
all right.
Righty, everybody. Owen, thank you very much for helping us through that. Thank you for the ride on there, Charlie. Thanks for helping us through that.
Thank you.
Our dihydrogen monoxide conversation was definitely helpful.
Yes.
Rick, thank you for joining as well. Everybody else on stream, I can see you there. I can see 6 people in total still there. We're sort of 10. That's number 10 at one point. Kev, thank you for joining. Don't know if you're back there.
Halfway to hump day, halfway to Bumbaleo.
Oh, Hungarian friend, I'm sorry. I'm not even going to try and pronounce your name because I'm just going to completely muller it. So, but I appreciate you dropping in the chat. But yeah, we'll be back with a workout tomorrow and then Odiva. So until then, take care, everybody. Have a good day.
Ooh. Right on.
All right. Right on. There you go. I was waiting for Rick to say that. 730. See you later on.